I feel so yucky today. Just really yucky. And I'm up in the air as to whether the throbbing in the center of my head is a migraine or if I'm actually getting sick. Maybe that's what I should title this video. Read with me for a week while I figure out if I'm getting sick. But let's see what happens. Hey guys, we are back with another one. We are back with a sick one, possibly. I am not feeling my best. And as pathetic as this sounds, and as much as I don't want to admit that this could have contributed, I think I have finally pathetically accepted that my nights of staying out all night partying are behind me. Because if you watched my TBR video, I talked about how my husband and I stayed out literally like last week until like 5 a.m. one night, and I am now, like 5 or 6 days later, and I have not recovered, and now I'm pretty sure that I'm sick. And I do think like not getting a night of sleep and not being able to recover from that is contributing to me feeling like a dumpster fire garbage pail. My nose is stuffy, my throat hurts, my head hurts, I'm tired. Do you guys just want to listen to me complain for 45 minutes? Because we could do that, but hopefully not. Hopefully we could take this week of recovering and get a ton of reading done. And I know what we haven't done in a really long time is done a Races Pick Our Read video. And for some reason, I'm almost as addicted to those silly little races as I am with our spin wheels. It's just a really fun way to pick our races. And in every video, I try to switch something up. So in true Lindsay style, this is yet another video where we are going to switch something up and see what happens. So without further ado, let's talk about it. So like I said, if you've watched our other Races Pick Our Reads videos, I'll try to like put the little thumbnails up here, and they're always linked in the description down below. If you've watched our other ones, I think the first one we did, what was it, like 1 hour through 6 hours of reading in a race, and we did that every single day, and whatever it got we read. And then I think the second one we did 1 hour through 6 hours of reading, but once we got the number it had to be eliminated. So like we did our race, if it was 5 hours, the next day it was only 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. And then if we got 2 hours, the next race was only 1, 3, 4, and 6. So we eliminated as we went. This time, what I think I want to do is make it a little bit more random. And I think I want to use, say it with me, a spin wheel to randomly select what number of hours goes on our races every single day. And I think this might be a perfect week to try to get a ton of reading done, because I do have a ton of work stuff to do. I do have a potentially very busy baseball schedule with my kids, but when I am sick, all I want to do is stay home and chill out. And hopefully that will translate to being able to get a lot of reading done. However, the headache today is not conducive to staring at words. I took some Advil. Hopefully she gives me a break for like 2 seconds and I can read, but let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so here she is, our very quick little spin wheel I made that has the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 that each represent how many hours a day I will have to read, repeated, I believe, 4 times each, just to kind of make it a little bit more interesting to watch spin. I think what we should do, just like in our TBR video, is we should randomize it. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and we are going to spin 6 times because every single day will be 6 little characters in our race, which means 6 could come up multiple times, 1 could come up multiple times. We never know every single day what we are going to be racing for. So let's spin 6 times. Oh my God. Starting out strong, we definitely have at least 1 6 on our wheel. Okay, 6, 2, no, 5, 6, 5. I should have known, guys. 6, 5, 1, 6, 5, 1. 6, 5, 1, 1. Okay, 2 more. Okay. 6, 5, 1, 1, 4. Last one. 6, 5, 1, 1, 4, 3. That is it's like a good mix of numbers, I think. Okay, let's pull up our race and figure out which race we're gonna do. Okay, so here's our page. And the first thing I always have to do is pick what race we want to do. The fancy dress race is kind of funny. The dino race is kind of funny. The unicorn race. I think it's going to be the unicorn race for the win. What do you guys think? I think so. Okay, let's get her set up. Full disclosure, I've already forgotten what numbers we got. 6, 5, 1, 1, 4, 3. I'm almost positive. That's what we're going for, guys. I don't know. 6, 5, 1, 1, 4, 3. All right, ready? 6, 5, 1, 1, 4, 3. Oops, not any. 3. All right, here's our numbers in order. We're going to do a 30-second race. Okay. On your marks, get set, go. Okay. Now, what we learned in our last 2 videos are that whichever ones are in the start at the beginning of the race never win. So I'm not loving the 4 and the 1 being up in front. Although the 4 is holding pretty strong. Okay. Okay, 8 seconds. Okay. Okay, we are going to be doing 1 hour. That's enough of that music for today. Oh my goodness. Okay, it was nice to us today, and we are going to do 1 hour of reading today. I think I'm going to go over that and what I might do, anticipating some days this week where I'm either not feeling well or busy. I am going to calculate whatever extra I read and apply it to a day where I might not have 6 hours or 5 hours to read. But for today, I'm only required to read for 1, which, full disclosure, I've already done, but it doesn't count because it's before I did my race. So let's talk about what we're reading for right now to start. So right now, I am currently on chapter 4 of Book Lovers. This is the Homey and Homely book club read for July. However, we break down our chapters by week. So this week we're only reading from the prologue to the end of chapter 9, and I'm on chapter 4. So I'm only reading 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 before I have to wait. I don't want to get ahead of everybody, so before I have to wait, which I'll obviously do in an hour. So I think we'll complete our chapters for Book Lovers to start today, but I will get back when I'm done reading with my hour. Okay. It's obviously some hours later. We actually had a baseball game. And sorry if you can hear, my kids and my husband are watching Batman Dark Knight upstairs in the living room. And when they watch a movie, it's like a full-on movie night with like popcorn and the sound bar and the subwoofer, and it's so loud. So if you hear Batman, it's my boys upstairs. But we actually had a baseball game. And my son's all-star team actually beat the defending champions tonight for the district finals. So we are going Saturday to play for the state championship. How crazy is, I'm like so proud of these boys. I cannot even tell you. So we did have a baseball game, then we went out for a celebratory dinner with our family, and it was just a lot of fun. But the most freakish thing happened ever, because just literally the second I read the last word in chapter 9 of Book Lovers, which is where I had to read through, my timer went off. So it was exactly an hour, and I read up until chapter 10, which is where I'm going to stop for the week, so that I stay on track with the book club. 116 pages. It's that little sliver right there. So I don't think I'm done reading for the night. Even though my time is done, I think I want to get some time in the time bank for one of the longer days, because baseball is consuming my life as it should right now. So I don't think I'm done reading yet. And I put up a couple of polls on Instagram asking you guys which of these like options of books you thought that I would rate higher. So I have to decide what I want to read now, and I think I want to make it one of these books. So if I'm looking at my polls, you guys voted between Secret Book of Flora Lee and The Wishing Game, and you guys think battery died, because of course it did. But like I was saying, if I look at these posts, I asked you guys which you thought that I would rate higher, and I asked you if you thought I would rate Secret Book of Flora Lee or The Wishing Game higher, and you guys said The Wishing Game. Then I also asked if you thought I would rate Mistborn or Belladonna higher, and you said Belladonna. I also asked which sequel you thought I'd rate higher, and this was by far the closest vote. And I asked between Daisy Hates or Crown of Midnight, and you guys thought just barely, literally by like a couple of votes, that I would rate Daisy Hates higher. So if I want to read one of those books, I could choose between Daisy Hates, Belladonna, or The Wishing Game. So I like to kind of keep my genres varied, and this is a romance. So I'm kind of eliminating Daisy Hates because I want to kind of vary my genre. So I'm between Belladonna and The Wishing Game. And I think right now I'm feeling The Wishing Game. So I think I'm going to go sit. I'm probably going to put my camera away for the night because I'm honestly just like mentally exhausted. I was in the sun for like 4 hours today, and that kind of sucked the life out of me. So I think I'm going to go sit down and just put some time in the bank. Maybe I'll stop in once more tonight and just like show you my phone to show you how much time I'm adding and like what will be in my little like savings reserve for one of the days where I have a larger amount of time, just to kind of give myself a little safety net, a little safety net. So I'm going to go sit down and start The Wishing Game, and I'll either see you briefly in a little bit or tomorrow morning. But either way, I'll update you. Okay. Next morning, still in my pajamas, but that's okay. Let's find out how long we're reading for today while everyone is still asleep. So the first thing we have to do is spin our number wheel 6 times. So let's do that before we discuss our, before we discuss our reading yesterday. Okay, screenshot, screen record. Here is our number wheel. Okay, spin number 1. I could probably read for a really long time today because we're not doing anything. Oh, and to all my American viewers, today is July 4th. Happy July 4th. Happy birthday, America. I hope you guys have a great holiday. Okay. First number is 6. Let's see. I could read for 6 today, probably. 6, 2. 6, 2, 2. 6, 2, 2, 5. 6, 2, 2, 5, 6. 6, 2, 2, 5, 6, 2. 6, 2, 2, 5, 6, 2. I don't know why that feels like hard for me to remember today. Okay. 6, 2, 2, 5, 6, 2. Okay, so now we have to figure out what race we want to do today. There's a duck race, spaceship race, alien race. I think I was like almost going for the dinosaur race yesterday. I think. Oh, the snail race. Let's do the snail race. Why not? Why not? All right. So now we have to edit our list to 622 622 562 622 562. Done. We're going to do a 30-second race. Okay. I should have moved over so you could actually see. But okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, they're so cute. Like I said, I could probably read for a little bit longer today. Oh my God, they're so slow. This is going to seem longer than all our other 30-second races. Okay, so the 5 is in the lead and the 2 is in the lead to start, which means they're not going to win. 9 seconds. Who is going to be the speedy snail at the end? Oh God. 2. Okay. It is being so nice to me. I could definitely do 2 hours today. I'm going to get started right now. I could probably get 2 hours done before everybody in my household even wakes up. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm still reading the wishing game, so I'm going to go ahead and get a couple hours in on the wishing game today. Oh, and just to let you know, last night I know I said that I was going to like get so much extra reading done and bank some hours. Well, I was sitting down writing my 2 hours. I was sitting down to read last night and I got exactly 21, I don't know if you could see that, 21 minutes in before my youngest son came down and asked me to come upstairs and watch Back to the Future with him. So I did. So I only banked 21 minutes. Hopefully today I could put some time in the bank. So we will see. Let's get reading.
You gotta hold on to me. I remember the sound of us being loud. So loud, so loud. Just wonder where you're walking and talking, thinking, are you the same? Wonder how you're doing and moving through the crowds every day. And all I wanna know, are you thinking about me? I just gotta know.
We have updates, guys. Updates. So yesterday I had mentioned I'm not feeling my best, right? So yesterday was July 4th. If you're not from the US, it is our Independence Day. It is a federal holiday and everything is closed. It's our like barbecue, fireworks, family celebration day, right? So yesterday I wasn't feeling my best. I haven't been feeling my best, but I just kind of was like, so I decided that I was going to go into our urgent care clinic, and for me to go to the doctor, you know I don't feel good. So I went to the urgent care because all our doctor's offices are closed for July 4th, and I was there for 3 hours, and I have a double ear infection, which so explains how I've been feeling the last couple of days. So both of my ears are infected, my left one worse than my right one. But she gave me these amoxicillin pills that I swear to God are like meant for large horses. They're so big. So now I'm on antibiotics, and I'm hoping that in the next like 48 hours I start feeling better. But long story short, we were supposed to read for 2 hours yesterday. I went to the urgent care for 3 hours. I came home, I barbecued, we had our friends over, my father over, we ate, we swam, we celebrated the independence of the United States, and I still read my complete 2 hours. I didn't get any time put in the bank like I was kind of hoping to, but I think that was a pretty productive day, to be honest with you. I'm going to keep myself in check with my expectations, but I did do my full 2 hours, and I made it about, I think Goodreads says I'm like 43% of the way into the wishing game. I am on chapter 14, page 126. If you don't know what this is about, the very basic synopsis is we are following our female main character who, Lucy, I think is her name? Yeah, Lucy. We are following our female main character, Lucy, who is a teacher in a school and has fallen in love with a little boy, Christopher, whose parents were both tragically killed. They were dead on arrival in an accident, and he is currently with a foster family who isn't cruel or mean to him. I'm not getting that impression, but he's not their only foster child, and they just don't have the amount, they're not giving him the amount of attention that he probably individually deserves. I know they keep mentioning that they do also have 2 twin babies, so I think that's taking up a lot of their time. I'm not getting the vibe that they like abuse him or anything, but he's just a little bit neglected time-wise, and Lucy is in love with him. So she has been desperately trying to adopt Christopher. However, she doesn't have the finances or the living situation, and she basically was told by a social worker after trying for, I believe, 2 years to gain custody of him, like, at this point in your current trajectory in life, you're never going to be able to meet the requirements necessary to be approved to adopt Christopher, which is heartbreaking, and she just can't bring it in herself to tell him because she knows he'll be heartbroken. So on the day that she comes in with a little gift from him to tell him, hey bud, I just don't think this is going to happen for us, she finds out that this reclusive, kind of odd, eccentric author who writes an immensely popular children's series called the Clock Island series. I believe there's 40 books in the series, and he hasn't published a book in 6 years. He just kind of dropped off the map. Like, I think there was even speculation that he might have passed away. Nobody kind of has known where he's at. This reclusive, eccentric author makes an announcement that he has written the 41st book in the Clock Island series, but he's not going to traditionally publish it. He is going to host a contest where the winner of the contest gets the rights to the 41st book to do with it whatever they want. And long story short, Lucy is one of the people selected to compete for the book, and she sees this as her way to potentially give her the means to be approved to adopt Christopher. Like I said, I'm about 43% of the way through so far. It is very cute. It is very good. The Willy Wonka vibes in this are unignorable. Like, he even mentions Willy Wonka. Jack does. the reclusive author mentions Willy Wonka specifically in this, but it does have kind of like an Edgar Allan Poe vibe to it. Like almost, there's like riddles, almost like Dr. Seuss Lorax vibes to it. Is that a horrible comparison? Like Willy Wonka, Edgar Allan Poe, Lorax vibes. I don't know. This is probably not making any sense, but that's how I am reading it, and I'm really liking it. I'm really liking it. So we're going to continue on with this today, depending on how long we have to read, maybe even finish it. So let's go ahead and pull up our spin wheel and see what reading hours are going on the race today. Okay, let's pull this up here. Screen record and give it spin number 1. 2. I was a little premature, but 2. Okay. Oh. 6. 2, 6. Oh no. 2, 6, 6. 2, 6, 6, 4. Oh no. 2, 6, 6, 4, 5. Last one. 2, 6, 6, 4, 5. Okay. Oh my God. 2, 6, 6, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's pick our race. 2, 6, 6, 4, 5, 6. I've been talking about this fancy dress race all week, so let's go ahead and just get it out of my system, okay? 2, 6, 6. 2, 6, 6. 4. This is going to be a long reading day, guys. 4, 5, 6. 2, 6, 6, 4, 5, 6. 30-second race. Oh my God. I already know the 6 is coming. I don't know why I'm so shocked. All right, on your marks, get set, go. Of course. Okay. I'm like dreading this because 6 hours today with a double ear infection, and we have baseball tonight. Okay, 10 seconds. The 6, the 6, and the 2. Yep, here comes the 6 from behind. 3, 2. Oh my God, this is like a photo finish. Oh my God. How? Oh. How did we pull that off? My heart was racing for a minute there. Okay, we only have to read for 2 hours today. Is today going to be the day that I actually bank some extra time? Because right now I only have like 21 extra minutes sitting in my time bank. So maybe today is the day that I bank some time, but I'm not putting pressure on myself. We will see how I feel as the day goes on because I'm on a large amount of antibiotics. I'm not feeling my greatest, and we have baseball tonight. So we will see how this goes.
Sometimes we act like a fool, not aware we're troublemakers. Sometimes we try to be cool, not being givers, only takers. Stop for a minute, stop and breathe for a minute.
Wow. What an angle. I'm just too lazy to get up and move the camera. And don't pay attention to my laundry I haven't folded in the back. Come on now. Don't be rude. Don't pay attention. You don't see anything. I'm sick, okay? I don't have to fold laundry. Anyways, I'm like sitting here reading this. I haven't even read that long yet today, but
I realized an element that I think I want to add to like my thoughts about this book. It is absolutely Willy Wonka coded. That remains. However, now Lucy, our main character, is like exploring this island she's on, and I am getting very apparent Alice in Wonderland vibes, like through the looking glass vibes, right? Because like in that book, Alice is like a normal, like a regular girl, you know what I'm saying? And then she goes down the rabbit hole and is transported into this like whimsical, magical world where like it's topsy-turvy and you don't know what's real and what's fake, right? And now I'm getting that in this book. So I'm getting like Lucy is Alice and Alice in Wonderland, and she's now in this like whimsical, crazy world where you're not entirely sure what's real and what's fake. And it's very like riddles and magic and like intrigue and fantasy and fairy tale and like a little bit of danger and mystery, but with that Willy Wonka element of like you're gonna get the factory at the end. So I think that's where I'm like settling into right now. This book is a mix between Willy Wonka and Through the Looking Glass. So like Chocolate Factory, Alice in Wonderland. I think I'm onto something there. If you've read this, tell me below if you agree with that. If you're like catching the same feelings and vibes that I am. Okay, back to reading.
You'll be just fine.
Okay, next morning, and I was really hoping that at this point I would come to you guys being like, I feel so much better, like, what is this, day 3 or 4 on antibiotics? I don't even know. And I was really hoping I'd be like, oh my god, you know, I'm back to old me. This is a stubborn one because I still feel like hot garbage. I do not feel good. It's a struggle, but that doesn't really matter today because we have a crazy day. My youngest son and his baseball team are playing for the qualifiers for the state championships for our state. That was repetitive, but it's a little complicated. Basically, the way that this tournament works, he's an all-star, and basically the way that this tournament works is it's a double elimination tournament, meaning in order to get knocked out of the tournament, you have to have 2 losses on your record. So we have 1 loss already. We only need to lose 1 more time to get knocked out. The team that we're playing as undefeated, so they have 0 losses. So basically, we are the last 2 teams in. We're playing for the championships. However, we have to beat them twice. They only have to beat us once. So if we go and play today and beat them, we play again and have to beat them again. But if we go today and play and they beat us, we're knocked out because that was our 2nd loss. So a little complicated, but it's going to be a ridiculously good game. I'm very nervous, but I'm very excited. We have such an awesome, hardworking group of boys, so mixture of excitement and nervousness. The boys are really excited, and that's all that matters. So, second piece of housekeeping we have is that I did finish a wishing game last night. I was able to put some time in our bank. So yesterday, oh, I don't have my phone. Of course I don't. Yesterday I was supposed to read for 2 hours, and I ended up reading for 2 hours and 58 minutes on top of the 21 minutes I had already banked from the first day. So I have read all of my required time, plus I have so far banked 1 hour and 19 minutes of reading that I could choose to use or not. It's just extra reading I've done, but I did finish a wishing game. I'm going to save my thoughts on this to the end because I have a lot of thoughts and I'm still processing it, and I want to make sure I say it appropriately. So I'm going to save my thoughts to the end and just move on to our next read, which is going to be Daisy Hates. This is the 2nd book in the Magnolia Parks series, and I'm really excited to get into it. The only thing is, Magnolia Parks was a 5-star read for me, and I remember most of it, but I read it last year, and I think I might go and grab my copy and just like skim through it. I don't know if you necessarily, I know these are kind of like independent standalones because this follows Daisy and Magnolia Parks follows Magnolia, but I kind of want to brush up on my Magnolia and Daisy details because I think I've forgotten some of the details, so I'm going to do that today. But in the meantime, let's pull up our iPad and figure out how long we're going to have to read today. And I'm going to be honest with you, like I've said, today is a really, really busy day. So I'm sitting here being like, would we even have 6 hours to read today? I don't think so, but let's get our spins out of the way. Okay, spin number 1. Please be low today. Okay. 1. Yep. 3. Oh, good. 3. So 1, 3. 1, 3, 5. Flip over. No, flip over. Oh. 1, 3, 5, 6. No. 1, 3, 5, 6, 6. What is that? 1, 3, 5, 6, 6. One more. Please just be a 1. Please just be a 1. Oh. 1, 3, 5, 6, 6, 4. Okay. 1, 3, 5, 6, 6, 4. All right, let's decide what race we want to do. I wish there was a baseball race. That would be super appropriate. But my son loves Minecraft. So let's go ahead and do this little like Minecraft race. Okay. 1, 3, 5, 6, 6, 4. I think that was it. That's what we're going with. 30-second race. Oh my gosh. Come on. Come on. 1, 2, 3. All right, who's starting out in the lead? Because that means that's the one we're not getting. Of course the 1 is. Okay. All right. Our only hope, I think, at this point is the 3. Our 3. Oh, the little Batman one. Okay, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Oh, no. No. 5, 5, 5. 6. I don't even know what to say. Am I going to have 6 hours to read today? I don't even know. All right. We're going to try to read for 6 hours today. We'll see how this goes. Okay, sitting here reading Daisy Hates, and this is making me realize I have to go get a hair tie. We're not worried about that right now. Okay, so I'm sitting here reading Daisy Hates, and Jessa Hastings' writing is so spectacular and unique. Like, if you haven't read Jessa Hastings yet, she has some of the most quotable books and quotable writing, and her style is so unique. I truly don't think you will ever read a book with a similar style to Jessa Hastings. And one thing that you have to know about her writing is that when you're reading her, you're not reading a textbook, okay? You're not reading a perfectly formed, ABA quoted, like prose, classical prose style of writing. Her writing style is very stream of consciousness. So when you're reading her characters, you are reading what is going on in their heads in real time. So the sentences are long, sometimes they're jumbled, they might switch topics or people in the middle of a sentence, but for some reason, when you're a Jessa Hastings lover, your brain almost works the same way as hers, and you get it. So don't go into this experiencing or wanting to experience perfectly crafted, formed writing. Go into this really thinking that you're inside the head of the characters, and her sentence structure and her style makes so much sense, and it is just a beautiful reading experience. She has to be one of my favorite authors. I mean, I've only read Magnolia Parks. It was a 5-star, but this, I'm on page, what page am I on? I'm only on page 73, but 73 pages in, this is feeling like it could also be 5 stars, and I might be more of a Daisy girl than a Magnolia girl. But here's a classic example of what I'm saying. Okay, we're reading in Daisy's point of view, and she says, he's all surprised that I know his face, but what he doesn't know is that how he looks in the morning time is burned into my memory, and one day when all of this is over and we're not hooking up anymore and he's with someone else and I've figured out how to move on and past him and we're not together anymore, because I don't think he has room in his heart to see me like that when all he can see is her, even if sometimes now it feels like maybe he could. Even then, I will see his face when I close my eyes. It's just beautifully written, and like, you get so attached to these characters because you genuinely feel like you're living inside their heads for this 500 pages that you're reading the book, you know? Like, you read stuff like that and you're just like, Jessa, what is in these books? It's just beautiful. Okay, continuing.
Right now I'm standing in a corner. I see you from across the room. It's kinda crowded here, but I know you see me too. Everybody's singing, oh, everybody's singing, oh. I don't know what it is about you. It must be in the way you move. Just say you want me to. We've got nothing to lose. You're looking so old. You're looking so old. Now I'm moving closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, baby, let me love you. Just say the word and we can leave this place. I'll take you anywhere you want. As long as we're together, everything we'll do. You got me going, oh. You got me going, oh. Now I'm moving closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you.
I failed. I failed yesterday, guys. I did not read for 6 hours. 6 hours is so long. That is so much reading. And I'm not trying to use this as an excuse, but it's a lot of reading on a good day, let alone a day that you're not feeling very good. And yesterday we had my son's qualifiers for state championships. Unfortunately, they did lose, so we are out of the tournament, which is very sad. So I spent the rest of the day hanging out with my son, just relaxing, so I didn't do a ton more reading. However, let's go over my stats. So yesterday I was supposed to read for 6 hours. I did end up reading for 2 hours and 51 minutes, which meant that once I took away how much I failed and cleared all my bank savings time of 1 hour and 19 minutes to 0, that means that I missed my reading goal by 1 hour and 50 minutes. Which then means that whatever we get today, I'm going to have to add 1 hour and 50 minutes to break me even. So let's hope that the wheel is nice to me today. So we got to see a lot of really small numbers here today, guys. A lot of really small numbers. Okay.
let's go ahead and screen record. Why is this up? Who knows? Okay, so here is our wheel. Let's hope we see a lot of ones, a lot of twos today. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Off to a really bad start. 4. Okay, we're moving in the right direction. 4, 3. 1, 1, 1, 1. Come on. 1, no. 4, 3, 4. This is not going well. Okay. 4, 3, 4, 2. 4, 3, 4, 2. Okay, 2 more. No, no, no. 4, 3, 4, 2, 6. 4, 3, 4, 2, 6. 4, 2, 6. 4, 3, 4, 2, 6, 3. 4, 3, 4, 2, 6, 3. 4, 3, 4, 2, 6, 3. Oh my God. Okay. Well, there's only one super bad one, I think. Okay. I think I already know what race I want to do today. I think we're going to do the dolphin race because it makes me happy. And I need happy today. So let's go ahead and edit our list to 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, 6, 3. 2, 6, 3. 4, 3, 4, 2, 6, 3. Done. 30-second race. On your marks, get set, go. Please, please, one of the small numbers, because we still have to add almost 2 hours onto this. Okay. I want the 2 to be hanging back. Hang back there, 2. Hang back. Oh God, this is a really neck and neck one. Hang back. Hang back, 2. All right, 10 seconds. Hang back. Okay. 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 Whoa. Super cute, first of all. Second of all, let's close this so obnoxious music stops. Could that have gone better? Yes. But could it have gone much, much worse? Also, yes. So we got a 3-hour day. We have a 3-hour day. Grammar, English language. However, we have did an hour and 50 minutes onto that. So ideally we read for 4 hours and 50 minutes today. It is already 1:47 in the afternoon. Okay, I think we could do this. I am going to head right out to the pool and start getting on this. Next morning, and I have some exciting announcements, but I forgot to grab my book. So let me go grab it. Obtained. Anyways, I have some exciting announcements. Yesterday, I left off telling you that with my overage time that I didn't finish from the day before, I had to read 4 hours and 50 minutes, which is like such a long time. But I'm here to report that there will be no B-roll between yesterday and today, because when I tell you that I buckled down and put my blinders on, like my sole focus on finishing my 4 hours and 50 minutes,
I did it. I never touched the camera again yesterday because my full-time job yesterday was finishing almost 5 hours of reading. And you know that I'm serious about something because I read through the Yankee Red Sox game. Like, I put my noise canceling on and would just like kind of glance up and look at the score, which was for the best because the game was a disaster. We're not going to talk about it. I'm still recovering. But I read through the Yankees Red Sox game and I finished 4 hours and 50 minutes of reading. I actually finished like 5 hours because I wanted to finish my chapter. But that put me this far of the way through Magnolia Parks. I only have this like tiny, tiny little sliver down at the bottom. So we are going to be finishing Magnolia Parks. Daisy hates today in our reading, but let's figure out what we are going to be reading today. I'm actually thinking, I don't know if this is going to be the last day that I'm doing this. I have done a lot of reading in the last few days. I think it's going to kind of depend on like what exactly, like what total I get today. But whatever. Let's figure this out first. Okay, ready? First spin. Oh, I thought it was going to be 3. 4. Three. Okay. Okay, so 4, 3, 2. 4, 3, 2, 1. What are the chances of that? Let's keep these small numbers going. Four, 3, 2, 1, 2. Last one. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's crazy. Okay. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's go to our race. What race are we going to do today? I think I'm going to do an emoji race. I don't think we already did those, right? I don't know. Did we? Whatever. Anyways, let's edit this. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. That was pretty easy. Okay. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. We are going to do a 30-second race. And on your mark, get set, go. So today I could actually read a little bit because my brother-in-law is bringing over my niece and nephew. So I could just kind of like sit out by the pool. But when you have a 14, 10, 6, and 4-year-old here, sometimes it's a bit distracting, but okay. So of course both of the 2s are in the lead. 10 seconds left. We got the barf and the mad emoji. Okay. 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 Ironically, why is this so loud? I don't know. Ironically, the mad emoji won because I am not mad about 2 hours today. 2 hours isn't bad. Does that mean we do this challenge for another day? I don't think so because we are on 5 days. And typically when I do week-long challenges, like 5 days is like my quote-unquote working week, right? So I don't know. This is day 5, but 2 hours we could totally do. And that would put me finishing Daisy Hates. Let's just see how today goes, but we could definitely do 2 hours today.
How did we end up here in the corner looking like enemies? We used to be the team people talk about, what a chemistry. I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb while we enemies. No, you don't mind the way I stutter my words. You know exactly what it means and how it hurts. Oh, I can't believe you're here. Can't get any worse. No. I just wanna get out of here. I find it so hard to breathe. Cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power
later on this evening, we officially have 27 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. I hope you could see that and it's focusing. But I did just officially finish Daisy Hates. I think, I'm like trying to remember what I said a few days ago when this started, but I think I said I was going to wait to give my ratings till the end. I think my family just got home, but I'm going to wait to give my feelings to the end, and I have to figure out what I'm going into next. So let's see. So my husband had my boys at the gym with him, so I think they're just getting home, if you can hear my dog barking, but I think I'm going to go into the last book that you guys voted on in the polls and pick up Belladonna for the next 27 minutes. So let's get into this really quick. And just like that, we are done with this challenge and this week of reading. It was a pretty good week. I feel like overall, the spin wheel and the races were fairly kind to me, and we completed all of our time every single day of the week. That was successful, and because of our success, it resulted in us reading two full books and a little bit of our third book. So let's go ahead and talk about them. The first book I started out the week reading was The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer, and I forget if I talked about this yet. I really do, because it would have been at the beginning of the week, but this is sitting probably at like a 3.5 star for me now that I'm a little far removed for it, and I'm rating it maybe like a 3.75, maybe. It was very good. I did give a synopsis like as I was reading it, but once again, really quickly, reclusive author of the Clock Island children's book series has not been heard from in 6 years and comes out to announce that he has written the next book in the series, but he is going to give the rights of it away to these people that he's selected to compete for it. And our main female character, Lucy, is one of the people who is selected, and if she were to win, she would want to use the money to adopt one of her students. I had some like fundamental issues with the story. The biggest one that kind of like irked me all the way through the story is that, like, I understand she loved this little boy, but as an educator, her conduct around this child wasn't always like the most appropriate. I honestly think like referring to him as my son, my love, kissing him in school, like when you haven't even gotten approved to foster him, let alone adopt him, was a little bit like, oh boy, this is kind of leading this child on and giving him like these very grand hopes of something that you're not positive of as an adult. And like as an educator, I felt like that was just a little off. Like she probably should have known that she was potentially like messing with this kid mentally. I don't think that's the way it was meant to come across, but just like as a mom, as someone with 2 children, a very small niece and nephew, like putting that stuff in kids' heads without being positive could potentially be damaging. And I was just kind of like, I didn't always love that. She would be like, oh, my son, let's do your homework. Oh, I'm going to pick you up this weekend. And oh, don't you want to come live with mommy? And I'm like, you're his teacher right now. That's all you are. And you have a social worker telling you that it's probably not going to happen for you. But yet you're telling this kid, I don't know. We're not going to go on that rant, but overall the writing was solid. I loved the like Willy Wonka, Alice in Wonderland merge. I really did love the world, and the story ended up being really, really good, and I like the way it wrapped up for the most part. Just some little plot points I had slight issues with, but overall I think I'd settle on like a 3.75 stars. Next, I jumped into Daisy Hates by Jessa Hastings. Not only was this on my TBR this month, but this is on my 24 and 24 list, and I loved the first book, Magnolia Park. So this was very anticipated for me, and it did not disappoint. I would give this a 4.25 stars. It was very good, and I am here to report that I may be more of a Daisy girl than a Magnolia girl. I don't know, and I'm looking forward to going into the next Magnolia book because it has been a while since I read Magnolia as a main character. I definitely don't want to wait as long between books as I did between Magnolia Parks and this, but I did really like Daisy. Same criticisms as in Magnolia Parks. It's hard to connect with the characters because they make a lot of toxic decisions and there's a lot of drama, and that's just not kind of my life. I've never lived a very dramatic life. I don't really have a flair for it. So sometimes I was like, do people really live this way? But apparently they do. My niece and nephew and my kids are out of the pool, so I'm like waiting for them to come in looking for me. I'm hiding out before I go out there, but overall, very good. Jessa Hastings' writing is absolutely beautiful. If you want some serious lyrical mastery where you could just go through and just read and reread quotes throughout a book and just be like, that was beautifully said, Jessa Hastings' writing is for you. It's great. The basic synopsis of this, if you haven't read Magnolia Parks, I don't want to talk about it too much, but the whole point of the Magnolia Parks Daisy Hates universe is rich people drama, Gossip Girl in London. It is very removed from like the standard everyday life. These are the rich of the socialites in London, and they live very toxic, unsupervised, chaotic lives. In this book, we follow our main female character, Daisy Hates, and honestly, I think kind of like as her side character, her brother Julian Hates, who is a gang lord in London. He does, I think, like arms trafficking and art thievery mostly, and she kind of helps him in his gang of thieves, and it's very, very good, but it's rich people drama. But I say pick up Magnolia Parks because it's delicious. And then last but not least, we didn't make it very far into this book, but I did grab and pick up Belladonna, and I made it to chapter 5, page 41 in Belladonna. I'm not even into it far enough to say my actual thoughts yet, but so far what's happened is we have met our female main character, Signa, who seems to basically just have everyone who she comes into contact with just kind of dies, and she seems to have some sort of immortal quality where she gets really close to death, but she doesn't so much die. However, every single time she gets close to death, she sees Death, who is another character in this book. And that's really all I've kind of figured out. Like everyone who like guardians her, because obviously her parents died, they were close to her, and everyone who takes her on as a ward and like guardians her ends up dying as well. And I think right now she's still trying to figure out why she can see death, but she also sees the spirits of those that died. So haven't really gotten too far into it yet, but I'm really liking the writing so far. It is definitely a departure from Jessa Hastings' writing. So I'm still in like the transition between books where I'm just trying to get Jessa Hastings style out of my brain and get Adeline Grace's style into my brain, but very good. I could see myself liking this. We'll see. So there you go. There's our little stack for the week. Tell me if you guys have read any of these books and if you liked it. Also, if you liked incorporating our spin wheel to randomize our races. But if you have made it this far, go ahead and comment. Is there a top hat? A top hat emoji. If not, go ahead and comment the magic wand, because why not? A top hat or a magic wand for the whimsical magical elements of the wishing game. And then go ahead and do all the things that you are so professional at doing. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. But now I'm heading out to the pool. So, bye guys.